All right, people, here's the biggest life hack you'll ever hear, and that is privacy. It's cringe. Who really needs it? Who wants it? Not me. No, not me. I'm all about being that thrill seeker in life, not knowing who or what lies behind every corner. It's like really invigorating. In fact, I know some would encourage to try it out. You know, maybe tonight before you go to bed, open up your front door, open up your back door, leave them wide open. Don't worry about the bugs and critters. In fact, you'll probably be more surprised in the morning when you wake up and there's like your neighbor or a homeless person who's completely passed out on your kitchen table, and they're probably dead. So you might have to call a paramedic and get the ambulance going. But hey, at least you have like a very exciting and super eventful morning that, you know, others can't really relate to. That's why privacy is super cringe, guys. Seriously, honestly. Sounds batshit crazy? You're right, it is. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to have a constructive conversation about all this drama around doxing. Of course, this was a spark that was flamed from Elon Musk and this one tweet that literally ended up creating a virtual online forest fire that ended up spreading over somehow to Twitch. I don't know, but we're going to talk about that. We're going to kill two birds with one stone, because there's a lot of people talking about how, you know, the doxing is not really doxing, or if it was doxing, it was justified because Elon Musk is a public figure. And I'm just going to lay it out flat, straight, like a pipe. Hear me out here, but it's either all okay or none of it is okay. Eliminate opinion, like take away opinion if you don't like Elon Musk, and just look at it 30,000 feet above the air from a situational standpoint. That's the problem with a lot of people. They put their opinions in it, and then it clouds their judgment because they're like, you know, I'm okay if it happens to him, but not me. Elon came out with a tweet and he said, any account doxing real-time location information of anyone will be suspended, as it is a physical safety violation. And when this tweet came out, people were like in shock and surprised. They're like, oh my God, Elon Musk is coming out with another new Twitter rule. He seemed to have pulled it out of thin air. And some people already knew it was about, I think it's called elonjet. It's a Twitter account that was posting live updates, like on the dot, on the second of when he would catch a plane and arrive at the airport, and when he would depart on the very second, anywhere he went in the world. But at this time, with this first tweet coming out, some people didn't have that context. They didn't know, all right? So they're just like, oh, God, he's adding another new rule just out of the blue. When in reality, if you really think about it, Twitter actually should have had this privacy policy. Like, you're not allowed to dox people. Doxing is not allowed on the platform. Like, that is something that should be on every platform of social media. The fact that Twitter didn't already have that before just shows how much of a lack in Twitter's foundation there really was. So Elon decided to add more context to his reasoning with another tweet following up saying, last night, a car carrying little X, which is like, what, his 30th kid or 17th kid? I don't know. He's got so many baby mamas. The man is just, he's wild out there. He is really wild. The car carrying his baby was followed by a crazy stalker that thought it was him, who later blocked the car from moving and climbed onto the hood. Like, this is obviously clearly not okay. And then this is what got a lot of people upset, was this video right here.
Yeah, for sure. Gotcha.
What's her name?
Okay, so that guy looks so friendly. I mean, if this was somebody waiting for me at the airport, just waiting an arrival, obviously I don't know him, but he somehow knows me. And if this was the case, I mean, I'll go give the guy a hug. Just so friendly and inviting, dressed in all black, got a black mask, and COVID is just, the restrictions aren't there anymore in California, and he's wearing black gloves, not looking nefarious and malicious at all. Okay. All right. Sign me up. Are we doing a free kidnapping today? Oh, God. Let's go on an adventure. Because in it, I'm not going to show it, but the guy goes and he shows the license plate, which highly hypocritical and ironic that Elon Musk is saying, does anyone recognize the person in this car? And he's showing publicly the license plate. Therefore, in an essence, he's kind of doxing the guy. So people are like, well, one, that's highly hypocritical, and also, two, people were so mad they started orphaning off their kids and auctioning them off and selling their house and car and divorcing their wife and husband and completely losing their shit over this, because everyone is arguing the fact that it's not doxing. In fact, this one lady is stating that flight trackers that the airport uses are legally obtained public information. You know, you get to know when an arrival comes in, when a departure comes in. So for Elon Musk to say that this is this is doxing, it's really not. So if they're not using the information to stalk people, harm people, do criminal things to individuals, then it's not doxing. When you start broadcasting and advertising public information, what it does is it showcases it to people. Think of it like a freaking billboard in New York in Times Square. Well, if you had your flight information or personal information on a billboard up there, you might be like, well, you know what? Nobody knows who I am. Not a big deal, right? However, out of everyone who's going in and out of Times Square, there's going to be like 1, 2, maybe 3 who might be Hannibal Lecter type-esque mindset type people, and they look at you as their Clarice. Something about you has like triggered them to want to take action and pursue you and find out more information about you based on the information that was already public, already available to people to get access to on the internet. The only problem was it was advertised and broadcasted out there, where it normally, it just wouldn't. You'd have to do like detective research to find it because it's public. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? So adding on to all this craziness, Elon then decided to go and jump into Twitter Spaces, where journalists from all different areas were talking about how other journalists were getting suspended for talking about this story. But the difference is these journalists weren't just like talking about this story. They were linking back to the elonjet Twitter account that had showcased the doxing, that was doing the doxing. It's like almost ambiguously promoting the doxing that got suspended in the first place. And it's just fucking insane. Nobody's been able to have a proper constructive conversation over this. And I figured, hey, why not me? The back-to-back 5 year in a row Nobel Peace Prize winner, all right? The second coming up apprentice, Jedi Master to Obi-Wan Kenobi, and also the most family-friendly YouTube person on the internet. Duh. Nobody else is more qualified than me. And I figured, why not just get a little reminder of what doxing really is? When it comes to doxing, the actual meaning of doxing is to search for and publish private or identifying information about a particular individual on the internet, typically with malicious intent. The key underlying thing here is identifying information. Individual, this could be you, me, Joe Schmo. It doesn't matter. You could be Elon Musk, the trillionaire. You could be Betty Joe, the homeless person. It's irrelevant, but identifying information is doxing. This is flight arrivals, flight departures. Yes, it's public information out there. It's either all okay or none of it is okay. It's literally that simple. It is that simple. It is crazy. And you could be Joe Schmo. But anyway, how did this move over to Twitch? Good question. Yeah, you guys probably forgot about Twitch, okay? A streamer, Nadia, the Warzone streamer who's on the sticks. You don't know her? Oh, maybe you do. Okay. Anyway, she kills everyone because she's on controller, aim assist, we all know. It's totally overpowered and overkill. But she was getting donated $1 at a time, multiple times by a donator. Long story short, she got pissed at this donator because the donator was saying, hey, you're a cheater, etc., berating her over and over again. So she went to her PayPal account and took his first name and last name, and she announced it on her stream multiple different times. The moral of the story, a lot of people are like, it was justified because he was asking for it. He was berating her with donation after donation after donation, and it was like poking a bear, and eventually the bear is going to bite your hand and then maul you to death. And that was Nadia saying your real name, first and last name. That's what you get. You kind of had it coming to you. And okay, I mean, that would be a valid argument if we were a bunch of toddlers in a room. Maybe if you're 13 or 12 years old. Okay, that's valid. But when you're an adult, you got to handle things more maturely than that, and that's what Nadia is. And it's as simple as blocking the donator, especially when he's donating $1 or $2 at a time. It's like, come on, you can handle the situation way better. I can understand getting heated in the moment, but you're literally going to when you have 5,000 plus people watching you at any given moment when you're going live, you're going to let $1 donation get under your skin. There's nothing to really justify here. It just makes you look bad. Should she be banned indefinitely like Asmongold wants and like being permanently banned? I don't think so. I think 90 days, maybe 3 months, probably a good amount of time. I think people can learn and grow, but it's not justified. It's not. It goes back to it's either all okay or none of it's okay. Would you like it to happen to you? Probably not. But again, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I lost my shit. I probably did. Maybe what we're going to do is I'm going to leave the door open tonight and the front and back door. And yeah, we're going to say screw it to privacy.